I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times, I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed. What can we learn from this type of mindset? That mistakes do not define you, but instead enhance you. That failure is an enhancing experience that facilitates learning and growth. Why might someone believe failure can be enhancing? Because they have a belief that ability can change. So failure is not scary for them, but instead an opportunity to grow for future success. If you believe that failure cultivates growth, then as a parent or educator, you have the power to influence your students, your daughters, your sons into having a growth mindset. This failure-enhancing mindset is important for adults to have because their reactions to their child's failures can mean the difference between their child having a fixed or growth mindset. What exactly is a growth mindset? It is when people believe their intelligence can be developed. This is the opposite to a fixed mindset where people believe their intelligence is fixed. What is the power of a growth mindset? Well, first of all, there are many children who report that academic failures are the most common distressing events in their daily experiences. So, everyone should strive to promote a growth mindset within the classroom because students with growth mindset beliefs tend to exhibit higher levels of motivation within the classroom, demonstrate more academic growth, and show more resilience when facing academic challenges. Although it's very possible to have a growth mindset, it's not always easy. School culture doesn't always match a growth mindset. The emphasis on grades instead of growing in order to master content and the competitive nature of schools implies high ability students learn quickly and more effortlessly than their peers. Because of this, students may adopt the belief that ability and effort are inversely related in how they predict performance. Hard work pays off when trying to get higher ability. It's not simply natural intelligence. Put in the work. Don't let negative views that say high ability students need minimal effort to achieve and students who have to work hard are lower in ability. That's simply not true. Having a growth mindset requires you to believe that you can do better through your actions. You should not believe that more effort means less ability, but instead, more effort means more ability to persevere in learning. A group of researchers decided to do a growth mindset intervention on 10th grade Hungarian students. While some interventions have successfully changed students' mindsets and increased GPA, not all interventions are effective. Trying to influence students to have a growth mindset is not as straightforward as simply saying, okay, let's have a growth mindset. For example, the Hungarian growth mindset intervention could not improve the GPA of the students because their intervention design was flawed. Their psychological precision was not as effective as it could have been. The Hungarian intervention focused on more applied aspects of growth mindset, such as what students can do within difficult situations. They lacked illustrative analogies, such as comparing growth mindset to using the brain muscle, which would have helped the students objectify the growth mindset to a more visible medium, hence precision. That being said, the path to a growth mindset is a journey, not a proclamation. This means just because you say you have a growth mindset doesn't necessarily mean your actions reflect that. Instead, you might have a false growth mindset. You can do anything is something we all have heard. But can you? With the wrong strategies, not everything is reachable. Einstein said that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Imagine trying to break a rock into pieces by hitting it with a stick. Over and over again, you hit it, but the stick barely scratches the surface. You look crazy. Now imagine someone in the background is cheering you on saying, "You can do it, you can do anything." That person looks crazy too. You're using the wrong strategies to break the rock. What you need to do is use something else, like a sledgehammer. Growth mindset is like that sledgehammer. It promotes progress by actually breaking that rock. Just because you couldn't break the rock with the stick doesn't necessarily mean you aren't the kind of person who can ever break a rock. It's all about strategy. Teachers who don't incorporate the importance of progress and strategies when giving praise have a false growth mindset. Carol Dweck, an American psychologist, explains that effort alone is not sufficient. A growth mindset isn't just about effort. Perhaps the most common misconception is simply equating the growth mindset with effort. Certainly, effort is key for students' achievement, but it's not the only thing. Students need to try new strategies and seek input from others when they're stuck. They need this repertoire of approaches, not just sheer effort, to learn and improve. What are some ways to help educators not simply say they have a growth mindset, but also translate their words into actions that foster a growth mindset in their students? Number 1. Acknowledge we're all a mixture of fixed and growth mindsets. Number 2. Understand that we will always probably be that mixture. Number 3. Stay in touch with our fixed mindset thoughts and deeds. Ask yourself these questions to determine your fixed mindset triggers. Do you feel overly anxious, or does a voice in your head warn you away when you face challenges? Do you feel incompetent or defeated? Do you look for an excuse when your students aren't listening or learning? Do you become defensive, angry, or crushed instead of interested in learning from feedback when faced with criticism? Do you feel envious and threatened, or do you feel eager to learn when you see an educator who's better than you at something you value? Embrace the answers to these questions and work through them. Effort praise can communicate that effort is a path to improving ability, which it is, of course, but unfortunately can also imply that students need to work hard because of low innate ability, which is not true. That's why teachers need to employ strategies in their praise. Examples of growth mindset compared to fixed mindset praise is as follows. When you learn how to do a new kind of problem, it grows your math brain, versus not everybody is good at math, just do your best. If you catch yourself saying, "I'm not a math person," just add the word "yet" to the end of the sentence, versus, "That's okay, maybe math is not one of your strengths." That feeling of math being hard is the feeling of your brain growing, versus, "Don't worry, you'll get it if you keep trying." This quote right here is an example of a false growth mindset. If students are using the wrong strategies, their effort might not work. Plus, they may feel particularly inept if their efforts are fruitless. Next quote. The point isn't to get it all right away. The point is to grow your understanding step by step. What can you try next? Versus, great effort, you tried your best. In this quote, you shouldn't accept less than optimal performance from your students. Nelson Mandela said that education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. That's why it's important for us to create growth mindsets among our students so they believe that they can constantly improve their ability and can make an impact on an ever-changing world.